Hey guys, welcome back to my vanity. So for today's video, as you saw by the thumbnail, I'm going to be telling you guys about how I had gauze left in me. Basically this is going to be like a life update slash mukbang. I have a little pizza right here. This is actually a cauliflower pizza. I just started my diet, so I'll get into that as well. So if you want to see today's video and hear about my story about what happened, then just keep on watching. So I do have Ezra right here next to me, and he's awake, so if you guys hear him here and there while I'm talking, making noise and stuff, it's just him. Blue's in the other room because he just makes a lot of noise, and him and Ezra at the same time is just gonna be too much. So I guess I'm gonna start off by talking about my diet. So basically I've done healthy eating before and the whole workout 5 days a week. So I'm kind of getting back into it. It is something that I really enjoy doing. I know a lot of people, when they think of diet, they think of like salad, foods that don't have any carbs. For me, I actually am trying to gain muscle mass, but lose bad weight. So by doing that, I'm able to eat carbs. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's goals are different. But like I said, I just made me a little cauliflower pizza. This is a pre-made pizza that I just get from H-E-B, and I just put it in the oven on the days I don't feel like cooking. Something fast and easy, but I'm still on track with my diet. And then I'm also having a water. So on to the life updates. I am going to be 6 weeks postpartum tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Today is Tuesday. I feel really good. I haven't had any postpartum depression or anything like that. My body feels really good. The baby's doing good. He is actually already sleeping 6 hours straight at night. And then after that, he wakes up every 3 hours. So that's nice. We're just trying to get his days and nights figured out because I'm going to be going back to work soon. I'm actually going to work this Saturday because my boss asked me if I could come in. I'm just doing like 3 clients. So after that, then I won't go back to work until next Thursday. And then I have my 6 weeks postpartum appointment on next Tuesday. So yeah, or this coming up Tuesday. So yeah, on to pretty much the story time. I might do way more talking than I am eating. Sorry. This is new for me. If you've been a subscriber, you know I don't do mukbangs really. Okay. Hey, bite. To me, these are really good. Like, I can't even tell the difference between regular pizza and this. The only thing that makes it different is the crust is a little bit more like flimsy. Like it's harder to get it crunchy. The crust up here is crunchy, but like in the middle, it's not. You could cook it for longer if you want, but then the crust at the top would probably burn. But taste-wise, I like it. So, I feel like if you don't like people talking with food in their mouth, watching mukbangs is not for you. But I don't like talking with food in my mouth either. So I think that's why this is hard for me. So basically, into the story, I want to start by saying that I had like no symptoms at all. I've heard stories about people that people that have tampons that they leave inside of them and stuff, and like people can die from that. I've heard of people's body going into shock and stuff like that. I don't wear tampons, like even whenever I have a period. Um, so that's not really something I've ever had to worry about personally. So basically how it all started was, if you've seen my videos, you know, I just had a baby and he is my first child. So this was a first time experience for me, and I guess certain signs that I didn't really notice were because I thought that it was just part of the healing process of giving birth. So I didn't really know that it wasn't normal. Thankfully, I have a friend, my best friend, just had a baby like almost 2 years ago. And she's been very helpful. Like, I feel totally comfortable with her, like asking her personal questions, and she doesn't mind answering them for me. So one of the main reasons I ended up even going to the doctor is because of her. So basically, the signs I was having, this is gonna be a very like TMI type of video. So yeah, just giving you a heads up. Basically, I was having a smell down there, which I thought was normal because obviously you go through the bleeding and stuff, but it was like a really strong smell. But like I said, going through birth, like I just thought that it was something that was normal. I would have like a little bit of pain, nothing too crazy. Again, I thought it was just my body like healing. And then I finally got to where it was not sore anymore down there, so I felt more comfortable like cleaning, like whenever I'm taking a shower. So it's like, okay, I feel good, like I'm not scared to like touch down there, like to be able to wash it. So I did that, and I was kind of like, what the heck? I was freaking out a little bit because I could have sworn that I could feel something, like something coming out. And I don't mean like a liquid or like an object, like something coming out. So then I was like, okay, am I tripping? Is this normal? So then I was like, you know, maybe something's swollen and I have to wait to like heal for it to like go back down. Like, I don't know. Like I said, this is my first time. I have no idea. I'm just trying to think positive. Well, then I go ahead and I look after I take my shower. Bless you, honey. I go ahead and I look, and when I tell you that probably made it even worse. I was freaking out. I could see that there was obviously something there. It was like blocking my, I don't know what other word to use, but like it was blocking my opening. So I was like, okay, I don't know if this is normal. And when I looked at it, it looked like it was brown. It's just like, okay, what if this is something like inside of me that is not supposed to be there? Like it fell down, like something that was supposed to be there, but it wasn't supposed to be in that spot. So I started looking things up, and I see prolapse. So basically it's like, I can't remember if it's your uterus or your bladder. I can't remember, but I think it's either one. I don't remember. Anyways, I looked it up, and it said that it's when your bladder or your uterus fall down into your vaginal canal. And there's like 4 different levels to it. So like the first one's like when you have to actually feel in there just to feel it, and then 2 is whenever it's coming out a little bit, but you have to like actually like open it, which is kind of how mine was. 3 was whenever it's already coming out, and then 4 was like whenever it's like out. Like out. So then I was like, okay, if I have this, I'm freaking out. Because my bladder or my uterus is not supposed to be coming out. And I saw that it could happen mostly for older women. And then it also said for people that had multiple births. So I was like, okay, this is the only possible explanation. But I'm young. I'm barely in my 20s. And this is my first child. So that part's not adding up. So I was just so confused. I didn't know. And then, you know, I asked my friend, is it supposed to feel like something's down there? And she was like, well, I asked her if there was supposed to be something down there. And I think she thought I meant, is it supposed to feel like there's something coming out? And she said that that was normal. So then I was like, okay. So then the second day passed. And then I looked at it again. And my boyfriend even looked at it. And he saw it. And it was brown, but it had a white spot. So then I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, what if this is my uterus and my bladder, and because it's not in the right spot, it's like turning white because it's dying or something. I'm just thinking the absolute worst. So then I tell my friend, I'm like, dude, I'm talking to her about it again. And I'm like, so you said this is normal? And she goes, to feel like something's coming out? Yeah. And I'm like, no, like there's actually something in there. And she's like, oh, I don't remember that happening. So then I'm like, okay. So then, I'm gonna make a doctor's appointment because I'd rather have my mind at ease about it than me freaking out. And I still had 2 more weeks until my 6-week postpartum appointment. And I was like, I can't wait that long. Like, I'm already freaking out. So, I call and they tell me that they don't have an opening until the next day at like 3 o'clock. And I was like, that's fine, I'll take it. So the next day I look at it again and it's all white. So the first day was like brown, the second day was brown and had a white spot, the third day was all white. So I'm like, oh, dude, I'm freaking out. But the only thing that was kind of like a little bit helping me mentally was that I wasn't having any pain. I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel any different. Like I wouldn't have even noticed unless I saw that it was there and like felt it. So then I had my mom go with me because I'm freaking out. I'm like so nervous I wanted to cry. Like I was thinking the worst, like I said. So then I get there and my doctor comes in and he's like, how's the baby? I'm like, he's good. He's like, how are you? I'm like, well, you know, I took a shower and I was like trying to clean down there and I felt something coming out. And I said like, and I could tell like I felt like he was about to say like a liquid. And I was like, not a liquid, an object, like something's coming out. And then he looked like a prolapse. And I was like, I don't know. I mean, when I looked it up, that was the only thing that I could come up with that would explain what this is. But I'm not 100% sure. Because he was like, all right, we're going to do a pelvic exam. Like, don't worry about it. I'm going to check it out. And I'm like super embarrassed because I feel like this is not normal. And even though he's a doctor, I know he's seen it before, I just feel embarrassed. I don't know. So he tells me to lay down and he looks, whatever. And he sticks that little thing that like opens it. And he's like, you haven't put anything in there, right? And I'm like, no. He's like, you haven't been using tampons or anything? And I'm like, no. Like, I don't even use tampons. And then he's like, oh, okay. And he goes, well, and he's like doing stuff and I can feel it, but like, I don't know what he's doing. And then he's like, I'm gonna put this solution to like, clean the area. And I was like, okay. So I can film doing it or whatever. And then he's like, so you had a gauze in there. And I'm like, what? And he's like, you had a gauze in there. And he's like, usually we count them. And I think I'm just in shock. And like, I don't know. It could have been a very serious matter, but I think because it wasn't so serious at that moment, I didn't want to like make a huge deal about it, even though it kind of is a big deal. But I was just like, oh, okay. So yeah, he just took it out. He cleaned the area, and then I was just like, wow, I've had a gauze in me for almost 6 weeks, and I didn't even know. And I told him, like, when I saw it, my initial reaction was almost to pull it out, but I didn't want it to be like something important that was supposed to be inside my body and me just yank it out. And he was like, no, like, I'm glad that you didn't. Like, I'm glad you came in. And then too, I don't know if like that gauze was put there before I got stitches, because I had to get stitches. So like, it could have been hard for me to even pull out myself, because he had to have a tool to like open it to get it out. Yeah, I don't know. It was crazy. I was in shock. Thankfully, it was where it was at, and it wasn't like pushed up in there. Thankfully, like, we didn't try to do stuff earlier than what we were supposed to, and it got pushed up in there, because then I could have had some serious complications. But yeah, I don't know how the heck that got left there, but it did. And I didn't really have any symptoms, like I said. So the only thing that I could have really noticed a difference is the smell. And I think the only thing I can come up with the why it changed colors was because the gauze is white. And I'm thinking maybe it was on a spot that was showing was probably filled with blood. And that was the brown that I saw. And then I think that it was like turning, and that's why I saw a little bit of white, and then it ended up turning, and then it was completely white. But yeah, so it made a huge difference with that. So I was stressing about nothing. Well, not nothing, but I was definitely overthought it. I don't know. And it's funny because my boyfriend was even like, dude, what if they left something? And I was like, no. I don't know. I was just thinking, what are the odds, you know? And then, too, it wasn't like I had a C-section. It was a vaginal birth. So it's like, what could they have left in there? I don't know. I really didn't even know that they use gauze whenever you're having a vaginal birth. I don't know how that stuff works. I can't see down there. So, that is basically my story. Since I'm going through this fitness journey, I'm thinking about doing a what I eat in a day video. And also filming some of my workouts. And just kind of take y'all with me through my journey of getting back into the fitness life. So let me know down below if you guys want to see videos like that. And I'm also going to show y'all real quick what my stomach looks like right now. Right now, I still have my line, and I have some stretch marks. And then from the side, this is what I look like. So I'm just a little bit of loose skin down here, you can tell. Nothing too crazy. Ezra's over here just wide-eyed. I don't think I ever even introduced him like fully. I just kind of showed y'all a little video from our labor video. So I'll show y'all him real quick. Oh, this is him. This is my little guy. Say hi, everybody. I just have my Milky. Isn't he the cutest? I just love him. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. We don't really have anything else going on in our lives right now. Just, you know, being parents. Halloween's gonna be coming up, so we might film like different things, different places that we go to. We want to still like get out and do stuff, even though like all this stuff is going on, like COVID and things. But it is his first year, and I still want to get to experience everything with him. We're just gonna make sure to be like super cautious, have his car seat covered. We're going to a football game on Friday, but we're only gonna go till halftime. But yeah, so we'll probably do like a video of his first time at the fair. But yeah, that'll be it, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.